frontline tank. So what you want to bring here is a super fast healer like Angelica to be able. I mean, the reason why I built Basque, Crozet is definitely Kisei's build. In the run, you want to make her decent. Fast to follow up with Terraner Guard, because Terraner Guard, as you may know, only has a defense break for 1 turn on his S1, so you want to make sure Kisei follows up through to be able to catch up with Terraner Guard's S1 before that turn goes away, that 1 turn defense break. As you see, Wyvern moves pretty fast, so he will definitely catch up to that 1 turn defense break. So now I'm going to show you guys my Angelica here. She is on Rod of Amaryllis. If you guys don't have Rod of Amaryllis, you can definitely replace this with something else, like you can probably use the event, the current event, Love Potion. You know, that's not bad on her. Or you can use maybe something that gives extra healing, in my opinion. Or I would recommend maybe Devil's Brand is not bad if your tank is not tanky enough, and stuff like that. Anything that basically gives extra healing to your teammates. And she's on a speed health build. She's fairly fast, as you guys can see, 162 speed. This is her set. Health, speed, and a speed necklace, health, and speed boots. So she's on health, speed, so I made her fairly tanky as well, but you don't need her this tanky. The reason being is because Wyvern won't exactly focus her, but you want to make her decently fast. So she's 162 speed, not exactly the fastest, but she is enough to suffice to heal my Basque. So my Basque again is on a speed health build as well. The reason why I put him on a speed health build is because I want him to rotate as much as possible also, just because I want him to use his S3 to come up. But you guys don't have to make your tank as fast. You can make your tank somewhat decent. You just want to make sure they get a little amount of speed just so they can move before the Wyvern resets them back. So you got to remember that Wyvern, you know, whenever they attack your tank, they're going to reset, or not reset, but they're going to push back their combat readiness by a certain percentage, and they attack 3 times in a row, so it is a huge chunk of combat readiness that gets pushed back. So I gave Basque a little bit amount of speed. So he's fairly tanky here. As you guys can see, he has a bunch of health. He has a chunk of defense as well, a decent amount of effect resistance. I put him on defense, health, defense, and so I really meant for Basque. When he takes to 6-star him, he's such a great character. He's on a speed unity set with a Daydream Joker that's not exactly maxed out, and his weapon's not exactly maxed out, as well as his ring. So this is his weapon, helmet, armor, necklace, ring, and boots. So I made him fairly fast. You want to make Turner do plan, you know, try faster on my Wyvern 11 team. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hey! By 100. Basically, you know, a very unique aspect in the game where only a couple of characters actually have something similar to this. Let's say, for example, Shuri and Shadow Rose. And not even Shuri and Shadow Rose has a 100% combat readiness reduction. So Lidica, on the other hand, has a 100% combat readiness reduction on her S3. And not only is it 100%, she also comes with a speed debuff against the enemy, and she gets a buff called the Skill Nullifier. So this is the first time I'm actually seeing a character receive this type of buff. Basically, it negates any damage received from a skill for the next attack that she receives against her. And what does that mean for her, basically? So Lidica, most of the time, you're probably going to use your S3 first. You're going to be able to reduce, let's say, their Falconer Flurry down to 0% combat readiness. You're going to give her that speed debuff, and your Lidica is going to be protected by the Skill Nullifier. And she's going to be able to survive from the next attack. So this makes her super good, super PvP oriented in my opinion, especially if you're using her for guild versus guild. In a battle of 3 versus 3, you know, not a lot of skills will go out. Like you know, during a let's say like a 1 to 2 turn situation, you know, not a lot of skills will be flying here and there, and most of the time I'm pretty sure a lot of people will probably build Litica on speed, so she's gonna rotate very fast. So this skill will probably be up, you know, her skill nullifier will be such a good you know, buff during situational battles. And let's not forget her S1. Her S1 has a chance of reducing 20% if they have a debuff, which you're probably going to get the debuff from the S3, or if you team her up with, let's say, like Bal and Sazan, or let's say if you team her up with another Falcon or Clury, which I probably wouldn't recommend, but you know, Falcon or Clury has a debuff, but any character that has a debuff would make her S1 proc that 20%. And then her S2, let's not forget about her S2. She attacks all enemies with an 85% chance. This can be raised to 100% chance if you make this +4. And a decreased hit chance buff, the debuff, is super nice. The reason being is because, you know, decreasing the decreased hit chance buff, basically debuff allows the enemy to miss on your characters, and they do significantly less damage when they miss, so that's super nice as well. So, you know, Litica, in my opinion, is very PvP orientated. Now, I don't want to say she's specifically used for PvP orientation, but I just can't really see Litica being used a lot in PvE content. The reason being is because as you may know, some bosses are not, the game doesn't allow you to push back combat readiness of some bosses, so this, you know, proves like a problem for Litica, but I'm not exactly sure about hunts. So if hunts do not get pushed, if hunts can get pushed back with combat readiness, which I'm pretty sure it can, I'm not sure about hunts 11, but I remember using Silk for hunts 10 golems, and Golem 10 was able to be pushed back. So the fact that if Litica can be used in Golem 11 and it can be pushed back, you know, this would be super nice. She would be super viable for Golem 11, especially when you're fighting golems. You know, the hit chance debuff is super nice. You know, when Golem procs his passive, which is when you attack him like 4 or 5 times, he will revenge attack and do an AoE defense break attack against your teammates. You know, the hit chance, he'll still have that debuff hit chance until he uses that revenge proc up. Really nice. Litica 120. Litica is definitely faster than, I think her base is faster than Clury, I think. I think it's also faster than Shadow Rose. I think Shadow Rose is at like 117 or something, and and Clury is at like 120 or something. But nonetheless, you know, even if she's not faster than those other two, she has a crazy amount of speed base. So what does this mean? I feel like you must absolutely build Litica on speed, just to take advantage of that base speed stat. The 25% that you're receiving from the speed set, that's pretty much plus like a free 30 speed for Litica right here. So that instantly makes her about like 155 speed. And you know, all you need is like a few more speed on your other equipment just to make her over like 200 speed, which is so insane, you know. And I can definitely see Litica being a counter